covers data. Oh, yo, hold on. Hold on. What did I just do? I just gotta. Yo, what a way to just got you, bro. Oh, I just gave him the 30th fucking triple kill. This is giving me a really good feeling. It might just have to be. Hold on! Hold on! You play with the quad feed! On the 5-on! Let's go! So, what's up, guys? It's here, Mining or Quality, bringing you guys a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War video. And something you should know before you enter Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is that you need to adjust your settings. And in this video, I'll explain what the best settings are, you know, what the best aim assist is, how to move, secret settings that people most likely won't know about unless you watch this video, and, you know, best audio settings as well, so you can soundboard these enemies as much as possible. If that excites you, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications. I go over tips and tricks like this, in-game, you know, updates, best class setups, entertaining gameplay, and much more. Like, especially if you guys enjoyed the intro clips, I'm not too shabby at this game. I could always be better, but I feel like I have a good grasp on what good settings are. So hopefully you guys will join me along for the ride as we try to reach 100,000 subscribers during Black Ops Cold War. So I really freaking appreciate you guys. Make you guys drop a sub and let me know how you guys are enjoying Black Ops Cold War so far. Anyways, in order to access your settings from this menu, is obviously you have to press the start button on whatever device you're using. And here you can see all of your settings here. So this is your input device. Obviously, if you're on controller, then you'll choose controller. If you're on keyboard and mouse, then you choose keyboard and mouse. I play on controller, so if you're on keyboard and mouse, you're gonna have to watch another video for that. But hey, this might help you in the audio and the graphics department as well. Anyway, for controller, you want to have your, I mean, this is subjective, the sensitivity is subjective, but I like 8 and 8. 8 is a sweet spot between the 14 slots of sensitivities, where you're pretty fast to turn on people, but you're not slow so that you can't execute such a maneuver. Like, being in the middle / the higher tier of sensitivity allows you to get the jump on opponents and allows you to snap on people like crazy. So I highly recommend a little bit of a higher sensitivity, at least in my eyes. Some people like 4/4, but you know, just practice and see what, you know, feels good for you. You know, you can go to 9/9 if 8/8 doesn't feel good for you. And technically, you can play at any sensitivity if you just go up by 1 and play a few games, go by 1, play a few games, and just keep it going. Anyways, Ads6 sensitivity is at 0.91. I do it a little bit lower than 1 because I want to have that stickiness. When I'm ADSing, which is why it's called Ads6 sensitivity, when you're ADSing and aiming down sight on an opponent, it's going to stick to that opponent, and you want this to be lowered for that reason, so that you can pretty much track your opponents a lot easier with your sensitivity being low. The reason why it's higher on the high zoom sensitivity at 1.12 is because you're using a sniper, which is most likely what you're going to be using this on. You want to be kind of faster when you aim in, so you get those drag scopes in. So yeah, I do recommend these sensitivities for that reason. Now, before we talk about my button layout, here are the secret settings that people, you know, you most likely won't know about unless you press L3 as shown in the bottom of the screen. I was so freaking amazed when I found this, so I hope you guys are taking notes on this video because this is going to be really cool. So once I press L3, bam, a whole bunch of settings, additional settings just pop up. And this is to better and further enhance your gaming experience on Black Ops Cold War. So if you guys did not know this for whatever reason, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, because you guys already know we're going to be covering these things too. And I'm going to show you guys my settings as we continue to go on. So stick layout, I leave it on default. Nothing too crazy about stick layout unless you want to play some other way. For button layout, I like playing bumper jumper tactical, and I want to have the L2 and R2 flipped with L1 and R1. The reason why I play this way is that when I use my controller, I don't have a scuff, by the way, as you guys can see. When I play with my controller, I jump with L2, aim in with L1. So when I'm in the middle of maneuvering, I can jump and shoot without having to take off my right thumbstick to do anything else. Of course, I'm going to do it when I have to reload or something, but it really isn't that bad at all. So, trust me, this is going to help you jump shot. Drop shotting is not really that, what is it? Practical in this COD, unless you have a certain attachment that helps with drop shotting. And drop shotting, even without attachment, it's still kind of messy. So, R3 is to drop shot if I really do want to, but this is more for the jump shotting aspect. I've been playing like this for years now. I think it's been over half a decade now. And I really do love this button layout, and I feel like I beast more with this button layout. Anyways, we got the invert vertical look. I keep that disabled. It really messes up your controls unless you're used to playing inverted. Control vibration off. I don't want it distracting my recoil. Controller sounds off just because I'm listening to my headset, so I don't want to really hear weird sounds. And then this left stick minimum input threshold, the max input threshold, and the right stick stuff. This is all your dead zone. If you guys played Modern Warfare, you guys would see that dead zone was like very simple. It just gave you 1 meter. In this game, it actually gives you meters for both on the left, like minimum output and maximum output. I haven't messed around with this too much because I really haven't had problem with stick drift. But if you notice that your control stick is kind of like drifting a little bit, definitely try to adjust this higher or lower, whatever the case is. I'm just gonna keep it the same, just because I feel good. But if you guys want to mess with this and see if it helps you, go for it. Next, we got slowdown and strafing aim assist. And for this, basically, you want to have it enabled just because if you're aiming on an opponent, you want to make sure you have a steady shot, and this will help you keep that steady shot. Unless you're really confident in your aim and you don't need this, then disable it, but I recommend you have it enabled. Next, we got Airborne Mantle behavior. And I like automatic, but also manual could be really nice just because, like, sometimes you don't want to mantle something, and sometimes it kind of screws you over. But for the most part, I think mantling in this game is pretty good. So, yeah, that's my opinion there. We also have auto move forward and auto sprint. When you have these enabled, you're basically going to be like moving forward no matter what, with only the press of the button. I don't really like this just because like sometimes it's going to throw me off and I might like, you know, miss a camper or something. So I would recommend having this off, but the option is there in the advanced settings if you guys want to have this on, you know, for those of you that love it. Next, we got sprint cancels reload. I don't like it just because like I want to keep reloading and running away. You know, if I'm hurt or something. I've used this a lot of times as an LMG player. You know, I mean, I'm not an LMG player, but whenever I use an LMG, I can slide away and not have it like cancel my reload, which I think is really nice. Sprint behavior, I have it at go to. Just makes it easy to sprint. We got the ADS speed at hold, steady aim at hold, equipment at hold. This is basically all very basic stuff, and you want to like use it more, go for it. This is important because this is kind of like the easy looting when it comes to Warzone. Obviously, when you're playing multiplayer for Cold War, you want that tap to reload. But if you're playing Warzone, I believe you want to have prioritized interact. If you want to like, if for some reason they use the Cold War, you know, settings in Warzone for the next year, I would say it's either tap to interact or prioritize interact. But I believe it'd be this one. So keep that in mind if you're a Warzone player. And then attack vehicle control mode, I just leave it at aim based. I haven't really messed around with that. Anyways, next we got, you know, the graphics. Your brightness, I mean, it's good to have a little bit brighter in my opinion, just so you can see enemies in the darkness a little bit easier. But that's how I like it. Safe area bounds, I mean, I don't really like recommend this at all. I mean, there's not, you just want to make sure your screen is like visible. So what we have here is a new feature introduced to all platforms. Field of view used to only apply to PC players. However, now PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series S/X have this option as well of field of view. It's basically that option where it makes you look like a PC player by having your screen a lot more wider out. And this helps you with pretty much, you know, locating target from larger points of view. So I definitely recommend maxing this out as much as possible if you want. Some people, they don't like the 120 max field of view kind of option. Sometimes they go like between 100 and 110. I've seen a lot of streamers / pro players use 105. For me personally, I think I'm gonna go max. I'm gonna go to 120 personally. And then if I don't like that, then I'll probably try like 105 or whatever cases. But this is really cool. This is game changing for the console industry of Call of Duty. The fact that you can actually have field of view and basically play like a PC player and look freaking cracked out. Let me know if you guys love this option by dropping a like, subscribing if you're new, turning on those notifications, because this is pretty incredible. What a great move for Call of Duty to do. Shout out to Treyarch. And then motion blur, you want to have that disabled at all times, because if you're moving around left and right, it's going to be very, very blurry, and you might miss somebody in a window or at a rock or a head glitch. You want to have it disabled, or you're going to be losing out on gunfights. And I mean that. Next, we have our audio settings. At our master volume, we have it at, just max, because we want to be able to hear whatever we're hearing at max volume so you can sound horn. Next, we got the music volume. You want to keep that low, because you don't want to have the music distracting you from the sound effects. Sound effects volume should be maxed out, because these are what helps you hear the footsteps in the game. You want to be listening for the footsteps so that you can, pretty much get the jump on opponents and body them. Next, we got dialogue volume. This I want to keep it a little bit lower, just because the voices of some people is not too important, but at the same time, you do want to hear these callouts, so you want to keep it a little bit higher than the music volume. Cinematics is, whatever you want. For audio presets, I've tried Super Crunch, Bass Boost, and I haven't yet to use headphones, but I feel like out of these two, I feel like Super Crunch is really nice. I don't know, I can sound horror on any of these, honestly, but I think Super Crunch has the advantage here. Next, we got the hit marker sound effect. You can keep that enabled to kind of keep track of your shots. Voice chat enabled, 80 volume, and if you want to hear people trash talking in game chat, have game chat on. It's pretty funny. Anyways, we got subtitles on in the interface, because if I can't hear a call out, then I'll be able to read it at the bottom of my screen. I tend to keep the subtitle size normal, just so it doesn't distract me from the gameplay. But you could have it at huge if you guys really want to see these callouts that's being made at times. And then this is just so it's easier to see the game. I have it at 30. You could obviously make the subtitles more solid and put it at 80, but I like it at 30 just so it's not too intrusive. And then yeah, just keep damage-based hit markers on to better keep track of your opponents. So this is keyboard and mouse settings. In case you have a keyboard and mouse connect, it's just in-game alert icons. This basically lets you know if you're lagging in some kind of way, or there's something affecting your game. You might see it on the left or on the right. I remember seeing this in Modern Warfare, but you might as well have that enabled. And when it comes to cloud settings, I guess have that enabled as well. And if you don't want to see bad words being thrown around in text chat, keep this enabled as well, or keep it disabled if you want to see all the trash talk that's going on. Anyways, I believe that's all of my settings in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and hopefully this helped you guys in some kind of way. If it did, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if new, turn on post notifications. If you guys made it to the end of this video, comment Big Baller or Donut in the comment section below. You guys are all freaking amazing. Let me know if this helps you become a better player. Come here and let me know of your experience with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And yeah, you guys are all freaking amazing. Make sure to subscribe once again to help us reach that goal of 100,000 subscribers, because without you guys, I don't know what I'd be doing. So thank you for helping me achieve my dreams every day, and just know that I freaking love you with all of my heart. And until the next one, I'll see you guys all later. I freaking love you all, and bye! Hey guys, if you made it to the end of this video, well, I will inform you guys that there was a beta code in this video, somewhere in this video. And if you got it and you've made it to the end of this video, here are the instructions on how to redeem the beta code. Hope you guys all enjoyed the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta. You guys are all freaking amazing. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheMarkOfAHero for a couple more beta codes. And I will see you guys all later. I freaking love you all, and bye.